Hey everyone, welcome to the Alex Estrada podcast. I'm Alex Estrada. There's my cousin Chrissy, there's my mama. My dad will be here in a few minutes. And today, this is the podcast where I talk about all the things that I love. Baseball, the show Big Brother, anime, professional wrestling, TV, movies, music, and all the other things that I love. Now, before we get started, as many baseball historians and fans know, Bill Mazeroski, the Pirate legend and Hall of Famer, who shocked the Yankees with a home run that won the World Series for the Pirates in 1960, my first podcast was that game, passed away. He passed away earlier today at the age of 89. Now, I'd like to have a moment of silence for his memory. Thank you, everyone. I think everyone will back me up on what I'm about to say. Before I do, check out my very first podcast of Bill Mazeroski's memorable home run. I think everyone can back me up on this when I say, the Pirates fans, the baseball fans, the historians, and everyone else involved with the game will back me up with this and say, we'll miss you, Maz. Rest in peace. Thank you. Okay now. Anyways, today on the Alex Estrada podcast, we'll be talking about 1978 AL East one-game playoff between the Yankees and the Red Sox. Now, this is one of the worst losses in Red Sox history, and it's all thanks to one man infamous across New England. Bucky fucking Dent was his name. Yeah. 1978 AL East one
said
game.
that with gusto.
I'm only saying what they're saying across New England, Mom. That's what they call them across New England. Yeah. The 1978 AL East one-game playoff between the Yankees and the Red Sox. Now, on July 19th, no one would have thought this game could have happened. The Yankees win the World Series the previous year. They stumbled out of the gate in 78 by starting the year 47 and 42. And only 5 games over 500. Now, and they were 14 games behind the Red Sox. Now, many things contributed to the Yankees' struggles. It all started with the bullpen. The Yankees decided to replace reigning Cy Young winner Sparky Lyle with Rich Goose Gossage. Now, Greg Nettles was quoted as saying about Sparky Lyle in one season going from Cy Young to Sayonara. Now, Goose Gossage started out poorly. At first he just couldn't get anyone out. There were even times where catcher Thurman Munson would ask, how you going to lose this one? Ron Guidry even refused to let Gossage pitch in the games he started, saying, until you get guys out, I'll pitch my own games. Another thing that hurt the Yankees was the fact that a lot of guys were hurt. Bucky Dent was hurt, Catfish Hunter was hurt, Mickey Rivers was hurt. But the most notably frustrating thing that happened was between Reggie Jackson and Billy Martin. Yeah. And owner George Steinbrenner. It happened on July 17th. Billy wanted Reggie to bunt, but when Reggie bunted badly the first time, Billy took off the sign and decided to let Reggie swing. But Reggie decided to show up Billy, because at that point he was a mess, and the Yankee struggles, Billy was so frustrated that he took it out on Reggie, and whenever Reggie would talk to reporters, Billy would look through the window from his office and wondering, if he's talking about him. So yeah, at that point Reggie was a mess and decided to show up Billy, and he just kept on bunting and got out because of it. Billy suspended Reggie for 5 games and then demanded an apology. But what? Billy. But Reggie said he didn't know why Billy suspended him and felt that he did nothing wrong. He felt no remorse whatsoever and he wasn't going to apologize. Billy was beside... That's what killed him too. And don't forget to turn your mic on when you talk, Mom. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm so sorry.
There you go.
I'm muted. All right. So, yes. Mr. Martin was a bit crazy and a drunk. So let's remember that.
Yeah, and that's also what killed him, as I just said.
Mm-hmm.
So Billy was beside himself with anger. How dare he not apologize? And that's when he said the one thing he shouldn't have said about Reggie and George. The two of them, they deserve each other. One's a born liar, Reggie, and the other's convicted, Steinbrenner. Now, this whole thing was boiling over for over a year, but Billy went too far with that comment, and that was a straw that broke the camel's back. Billy said the wrong thing. George said he couldn't handle that comment, so he was going to have to fire Billy. To avoid this, Billy's legal advisor convinced him to resign due to health reasons. So, Billy
Billy had to resign because of health.
That's what I said. Billy...
I'm just saying, in quotes, it wasn't health reason.
Billy did so... Yeah, that's what I did too. Billy did so at a press conference. He was wearing shades, but everyone could see he was crying like a baby. And you really can't blame him because he loved managing the Yankees and the Yankee fans loved him. But the truth is, things had just gotten too out of control with Billy. There was just too much tension. So Billy Martin out for the first of many times and Bob Lemon in. So, Mom, maybe you could confirm this, since you said you remember it. The way the story's been told through the years, Bob Lemon, easygoing, mellow, laid back, anti-Billy. No one better to replace Billy, to let the players play when he came in. He just settled everyone down. After everything that happened with Billy, when he came in, he said, look, you guys, you were world champs last year. Just relax and go play. That's what the team needed. True?
Yes, but Bob Lemon was a terrible manager.
Not this year. Not this year. He wasn't. Anyways.
He had. It was different from Billy, and he had the players to go ahead. Trust me, Alex, Bob Lemon was no freaking manager.
Well, he was in 78.
Okay.
Another thing that really seemed to help the Yankees was there was a New York newspaper strike. Do you remember that, Mom? Well, there was, and it really helped the Yankees relax and focus on playing on the field instead of all the chaos that was happening. As for the Red Sox, they finished just 2.5 games behind the Yankees in 77 and started in 1978 feeling pretty good about themselves. Ron
So,
Guidry.
Alex, was that because they didn't then have to read about themselves in the papers?
That's correct.
Okay.
Ron
That
Gid.
now that now you always it's a 24-hour news cycle today with Twitter and all these different, um, But it's just funny. Even then, they dealt with the stress of it.
Yeah, you know how New York can be very stressful, with all those newspapers we got. And yeah. So for the newspapers to be on strike, that was a big advantage for the Yankees. So, as I was saying, the Red Sox finished 2.5 games behind the Yankees in '77, and started in '78 feeling pretty good about themselves. Ron Guidry said they had the best hitting lineup he ever faced. They had so much power in that lineup from top to bottom, and in that amazing lineup, amazing defense with several Gold Glovers, a solid top to bottom rotation. The Red Sox were just blowing everyone away. It was like,
Can I just say that Ron Guidry was a cool pitcher?
yeah.
He was kind of cool.
We'll get to him later, I promise you, Mom.
All right, Bob.
It was like in a series, the Red Sox would score like 30 runs in a series while the other team would score like 3 or 4. They would start the year 62-28. A lot of guys really stepped up to help the Yankees come back, and Grandma Gloria's come. Catfish Hunter, who was hurting for most of the year, he was 9-2 in 12 starts in the last 2 months of the season with an ERA of 2.23. Goose Gossage then became the closer the Yankees wanted, and Ed Figueroa finished the year 13-2 after starting the year 7-7 with a ERA of almost 4, 3.91 to be exact. By finishing the season 20-9, he became the first Puerto Rican pitcher to win 20 games in a season. So,
Who was that? The first Puerto Rican pitcher to win 20 games in a season?
Ed Figueroa, do you remember him, Mom?
Ed Figueroa?
Yeah.
Was he Nelson Figueroa's father or something?
No.
Because Nelson Figueroa was Puerto Rican.
Hi, Grandma. Thank you for joining us. The game hasn't started yet. Just going through the intro.
On you, Mama.
We did a moment of silence for Bill Mazeroski, and we're talking about how we got to this game.
Oh, okay. All right. Grandpa's coming on soon, but yeah. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Luis. Hi, Alex.
Hi. So
Look, he's got Nike Piazza.
so after the
Nike Piazza.
I don't know where I'm here. Okay.
So after the All-Star break, the Red Sox get off to a poor start in the second half. The Yankees went on a hot streak, and then soon before you know it, we got one of the greatest pennant races in history. A pennant race that before July 19th, no one could have predicted. I mean, catching the Red Sox at the time seemed almost impossible to do for the Yankees. But the Red Sox lost 10 of their last 13 games in July and 4 of their first 6 in September. The Yankees would win 11 of their last 15 games in July, 19-8 in August, and 5 of their first 7 games in September. On September 17th, the Yankees and Red Sox would begin a 4-game series at Fenway. The Yankees would outscore the Red Sox 42-9 in what became known as the Boston Massacre. Da 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 da! Yeah. Going into that series, Yankees were 4 games behind, and after being 14 games behind just 2 months prior, they absolutely destroyed the Red Sox in that series. Soon after...
So what you're saying, son, is the Red Sox choked.
Yeah.
Sounds very
Yeah.
Mexican.
That was a Metsian choke back then. Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
and when are you doing the '86 Mets, Alex?
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a while, but trust me, we'll do it.
Okay, I'm excited because I feel like I'm so impressed with your mom because she's a baseball historian as well. I feel like, at least the good thing is I learn from your podcast because
Yeah.
I'm not as, you know,
And
cousin
and
Lisa, Uncle Greg, and
yeah,
the
well,
rest of the family.
my son educates me as well.
Yeah. And hi, Grandpa. Glad you could join us. Turn your mic on. You're muted.
Grandpa, there you go. Oh, there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I can. What?
Okay.
Hey?
Okay, so
Got my finger on. Okay. Hi,
Yeah.
Hi, Chris. How are you, baby?
so
Hi,
this
Theo. I am well.
Good. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
There's my daughter and there's my grandson. Right.
Yeah, well, here he is. All right, Alex, let's get this going because I'm going to sleep soon.
yeah, and you're right. This was a very Metsian collapse by the Red Sox, but there have been other collapses too, like the 64 Phillies, the 69 Cubs. There have been quite a few. Not just the Mets. So, let's see. Where did I leave off? Yeah. After the Boston Massacre, the Yankees would win 4 of their next 5 games, while the Red Sox would lose 5 of their next 6 games, giving the Yankees a 3.5 game lead. Just when it seemed it was all over, the Red Sox would win 12 of their last 14 games, and that includes every single one of their last 8 games. That's what forced a tiebreaker game. So the Yankees came back on the Red Sox. The Red Sox came back on the Yankees. Back then, home field advantage for a tiebreaker game like this was decided by a coin toss, which the Red Sox won. So the game will be at Fenway in Boston. So now here are the starting lineups.
Alex, I remember being so angry that there had to be a playoff because by this time, I believe that Uncle Greg and I have finally gotten out of our, oh my God, we love the Yankees. Remember we used to root for the Yankees?
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah.
Not me.
Well,
Reggie, Mickey
I think
Rivers.
William cheered for Reggie, but
Yeah. So this is the first year I was like, up yours, Yankees. I'm not going for you. And of course, as so it goes, because I rooted for for the Red Sox, they lost.
so yeah, you told me that you and Uncle Greg were rooting for the Yankees when we did the 76 game with Chris Chambliss. Okay, so now here's the starting lineups. Okay, now. Now, this is the Yankees lineup that Bob Lemon put up for this one. Rivers, Munson, Lou Pinella's hitting third, Reggie is the DH, Nettles, Chambliss, the veteran Roy White. Brian Doyle is playing because Willie Randolph pulled his hamstring and had been out for several games. And Bucky Dent is in the number 9 spot with Ron Guidry on the mound with a record of 24-3. And who else has decided to join us? Uncle Doug?
It's Uncle Maggie.
Hi. You think you could unmute? So
Sorry about that.
we were just going through the intro. There's the Yankees starting lineup. I asked for a moment of silence for Bill Mazeroski. I talked about what led up to this game, and we're now looking at the starting lineups. I just talked about the Yankees starting lineup.
Excellent.
Hey, Uncle Doug, how cool is his T-shirt? Mikey Piazza, baby. Show Uncle Doug your T-shirt. My favorite.
Whoa.
I
Did
love
Alex?
it.
Who got that? You?
Oh, he's had that forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the
All
Red.
right, Papa.
Yeah. Here's the Red. Wait a second, is that Austin?
That's cousin Austin.
Hi, cousin Austin. Say hi to little Hazel. Give lots of besitos for little hazelnut for me.
Oh, Hazelnut. He's come up for
Yeah.
with a little.
I actually had
nickname.
everybody muted until just now, but I think you said say hello to Hazel, and I will do that, although she's
Hazel.
currently not that happy.
Oh,
Aw.
Hazelnut. Actually.
Yeah. So here's the Red Sox starting lineup that Red Sox manager at the time, Don Zimmer, put up. Burleson, Remy, Rice in right field because Dwight Evans had been beamed in August, and from that point on, when he tried to play, he was 9 for 54. That's a 166 average, and he was experiencing dizzy spells. He's available off the bench, but he doesn't start. Yaz is in left field in the cleanup spot. Fisk, Lynn, Hobson, Scott, and Brohammer is at third base. Is that a strong starting lineup or what?
That's a great lineup. For
Yeah.
me, anyway. I don't know.
Yeah. So here's the pitching matchup. Ron Guidry had one of the greatest pitching seasons of all time. 16 complete games, 9 shutouts, a whip of 0.946. He would win his first 13 decisions. And who can forget June 17th when he struck out 18 against the Angels? His slider was almost unhittable. Mike Torres, the former Yankee, started for the Red Sox. The previous year when he was with the Yankees, he won 2 games in the 77 series against the Dodgers, went the distance in both of them, and even caught the last out. He was 16-12, but contributed to the Red Sox struggles late in the season with 6 straight losses. And as you can see, his ERA was almost 4. But more than that, against the Yankees that year, up to this point, he was 1-4 with an ERA of almost 6. But in his last start, he pitched a complete game shutout against the Tigers. But it just wasn't this year. The Yankees roughed up Torres his whole career before this game. But according to Lou Piniella, Torres was a tough competitor that had a lot of great pitches, and he wasn't afraid to give you a little chin music from time to time. Yeah. Okay, now, so almost. Are we ready to watch the 1978 AL East one-game playoff between the Red Sox and the Yankees?
All right, buddy.
Let's do this.
Calling the game on WPIX.
Oh, fucking that. That's all I can say. I can't say no more.
Calling the game on WPIX.
Oh, who is it?
Frank Messer, Phil Rizzuto, and Bill White.
Oh, Rizzuto and White. There you go. Man, Mickey Rivers was a pain in the ass back then.
I love
He
it.
just got on base every time he swung the bat.
Very important ball game. Will be officially started with this first pitch, and it's low ball 1. You saw the third baseman
Scooter.
Brohammer sneaking in on the grass.
Oh, Scoop.
Absolutely
There he is.
beautiful day, as Frank told you. Couldn't ask for a better day. Mickey using the crouch stance today.
I love the way Mickey Rivers kind of hobbled around.
Yeah.
I used to emulate the way he walked, and Fred Sanford and Sherman Hemsley. I kind of like to walk like all 3 of those guys. Mickey was the one, though, I liked the way he just kind of hobbled.
Players know every
And like
play
he
is so important.
was like, you thought he was always
Resting on
hurt.
this one ball game.
Yeah,
Ball
like a
3.
little old man, and then he could run like the wind when he wanted to go.
Mickey trying to
Like
work his
the
way
wind
out
like
of the
a
walk.
deer. Oh my
He's
God.
got more walks this year than any other year as a Yankee.
Torres just
Video, it is
did not
27.
deem himself this
So
way.
Mike Torres, 3-0. High ball 4. He didn't come close for a strike. And we told you when Rivers gets on, things happen.
Oh, he's gonna run.
Rivers has stolen 2 bases. It is only 2 attempts.
Alex, how many times have you watched this game, would you say?
Quite a few. I lost the count, to be honest.
You
Well,
lost
Boomer
count?
Sharp.
All players feel in a
Yeah.
game like this.
his last full year.
Alright guys, I'm gonna make an admission.
Came up 32 times against
When I started playing golf ball, I always wanted to catch because of one Thurman Munson.
Wow.
I thought he was just fucking great. And that's why I was a catcher my whole career. Oh, and...
Piece of cake.
That's cool, Chris. I never knew that.
Yeah, that was because of Thurman Munson. I always thought he was the best catcher I've ever seen.
Next to
Other than
Johnny.
Johnny Bench. Other than Johnny Bench.
Come on.
You can make your Johnny Bench's props, of course. Johnny was the best ever. But obviously I saw Thurman a lot more than I did Johnny.
Yeah.
He was just so rough and tough and nothing ever bothered this man.
Lisa, did you have WPIX and WOR growing up?
Yes, 9 and 11, absolutely.
I didn't
So
have
we
that
had-
in Syracuse
yeah.
till we got cable, you know.
Oh, that's right, because you guys were out of the little catchment area probably.
Yeah.
There he is. God, what a shame.
As I just said, this was Munson's last full year.
He was just so cool. I don't know why. I just think he'd get dirty for everything.
Yeah.
Thurman a big man here now. Either a base hit or a hit to the right side to advance Rivers to third. First run of the ball.
You got a long nose.
I gotta think Munson is
Yeah.
a
Oh,
big
my
man for
God.
Torres. This is-
Holy cow!
Gets Munson, he might settle down.
Yeah.
And Munson held up. Ball blocked
No, he
basically
didn't.
by Fisk.
Or did he? I don't know.
Fisk, one of the
I
best
don't think he
players
did.
at blocking.
I think he broke his little wrist.
Again on the replay.
That's just me.
Look at that. Change
You know
Oh,
when
that's a strike.
his chest, really. Mask went on.
Because it crossed the
Ready to
plate.
grab that ball and throw.
you know when Rivers
Gambling it all down at second base, held his ground.
Go ahead, son.
you know when Rivers stole second base on the first pitch, that was more on Therese. Fisk was the one who made it a close play.
All right.
You don't just run on the catcher, you run on the pitcher too.
No chances. He
Look at
wheels
Mickey.
those Rivers back. Good play there. Now that was a time play. Torres did not tip it off. In other words, the shortstop gives his
Who
side.
said that's Burleson, right, Doug?
Second.
Yeah.
Pitcher counts to one and
He,
wheels
you,
on
you
to
look
third.
back at his stats and all his all-stars and everything, he was really, really good. He's better than I
love
remember him
Rick
being.
Burleson. Yes. He was very underrated.
Yeah.
A big strikeout for
Oh, poor Pobrecito Thurman Munson.
him with a good slider.
Let's watch it
That was a
again.
nasty pitch. Look at this.
Torres. Pitch ball.
Whoop.
Munson
Throw right
really
over the
knocked
table.
close to it
Good
all
ball.
his swing. Torres gets the man that he had to get right there.
Hey, there's Lou.
Bob Stein
Crazy, man.
out there in their bullpen, Scooter.
All right, here's Lou Piniella. Lou has had a great year. 314 average, 34 doubles, leads the Yankees.
Jesus, he
Piniella.
had 314 that year? Holy shit.
Bounce it at third. Brohammer has it.
Burhammer, you out.
Two away.
That's George Scott with the helmet on, right?
George Scott with the helmet on, yes. Like John Olerud.
And out of the crowd, building up there.
That guy,
Reggie Jackson.
I don't recall him ever having a key hit in any series. Ever.
Good play by Brohammer.
Who?
But he was a good defensive first baseman.
Piniella, who is not fleet of foot to start.
He's a big man.
Still has an injured
Here's
Anyway, Greg,
hard to run.
Here's Reggie Jackson, who's already made his name with the A's and now the Yankees. He eventually does well with the Angels as well. The previous year, in his first year with the Yankees, he officially became Mr. October by hitting 3 home runs in Game 6 against the Dodgers. 14-time All-Star, MVP in 73, twice World Series MVP, 563 home runs, led the league in RBIs in 73, led the league in homers 4 times, runs scored twice, slugging percentage 3 times, OPS twice, and OPS plus 4 times. On the Yankees all-time list, he currently ranks 9th in OPS and 6th in slugging percentage.
He had a clean swing at it. He was not tentative on it.
And that's why he's in the Hall of
He
Fame,
makes
correct?
contact. He can make the ball go, but he's got to get hold of it.
He was a strange player.
Reggie?
Yeah. For me, he was always all or nothing. Like he can go into these really ugly slumps, but they cannot then come out of it and for like weeks and be like the best player on the planet.
I think I know where you're coming from. I mean, before Billy started hitting him fourth, I mean, he was in a slump. He was in a slump in the 77 LCS, but then he ended up being the World Series MVP in 77 against the Dodgers.
Alex, your mother knows what she's talking about.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Yeah, right?
yeah.
Am I like crazy, Doug? Or
Not
it's
at
just
all.
like with him, all or nothing, but he was still a Hall of Fame baseball player.
No doubt.
Oh, it's
And a Hall of
crazy.
Fame jerk.
He's an asshole. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Big ego, very egotistical. And
Well, I must say that Uncle Doug and Cousin Lisa are great co-hosts. But Alex, I'm going to listen to the rest on my own. But I wanted to drop in and just tell you how proud I am of you. And, you know, I can see the work that you're putting into it and the joy that it brings you, and that makes me happy. So you keep doing you, boo, okay?
thank
And I love you. I should have taken that off. I love you very much. And Jet says hi too.
hi.
Okay, bye-bye. Love you.
Love you.
Cousin Christy. Mwah.
Bye now. Now, as you can see, right now the field is bathed in sunlight, but pretty soon shadows are going to creep in, and the sun is going to make it extremely difficult for the right fielder because it's going to go right into his eyes, especially for Lou Piniella. He said it was like a giant fireball out there in right field. Midway through the game, he tells Bob Lemon, Bob, it was in the 5th inning, Bob, I really hope that the ball doesn't come to me on a line because I really can't see anything. And of course, as you remember, that'll come into play in the 9th inning.
Can I just say, I love Louisiana White.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He was just an evil pitcher. You do not ever want to go up against him when he was kicking ass in 76, 77, 78.
Yeah.
Mostly 78.
You're becoming more and more like a Yankees fan, Lisa.
No, back then, we sucked. The pitch was like, oh, so disgustingly bad.
Especially when they
We
traded
started
Seaver.
watching- Yes. But I love Louisiana White.
Jerry
Spe-
Remy.
Yep. Who would go on to be loved by the Red Sox fans as a color man.
Yeah. Him and Don Orsillo were a great pair for a lot of years on the Red Sox broadcast. Lisa, where's your lesser half tonight? As in Edwin. Where's Edwin?
He'll be here soon. But
Okay.
hang on. I'm sorry, but I have to pause this because, you know, as many of you know, 1978, Jim Rice had one of the greatest years ever, but I have to pause this to tell you all of these stats because they are going to blow your mind. So here's Jim Rice, 8-time All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger, led the league in homers 3 times, RBIs twice. On the Red Sox all-time list, he currently ranks ninth in walks, eighth in doubles, sixth in triples, fifth in extra base hits and runs created, fourth in RBIs, homers, runs scored, and games played, third in total bases, hits, and at-bats, and second in singles. But 1978 was without a doubt his best year. That year, they just could not get him out. They prayed he just hit a single, but he rarely did. He led the league in at-bats, hits, triples, homers, RBIs, slugging percentage, OPS, OPS plus, and total bases. To be exact, those numbers were 677 at-bats, 213 hits, 15 triples, 46 homers, 139 RBIs, 600 slugging percentage, 970 OPS, 157 OPS plus, and 406 total bases. But there's more in this amazing season. He led the AL in 11 different categories, one shy of the Major League record held by Rogers Hornsby in 1921. Jim Rice is one of two AL players to lead the league in triples and homers in the same year. The only player to lead the majors, triples, homers, and RBIs in the same year. His 406 total bases is a Red Sox record, the most in the AL since Joe DiMaggio's 418 total bases in 1937, and the first major leaguer with 400 or more total bases in a single season since Hank Aaron in 1959. It wouldn't happen again until Larry Walker did it in 97 with 409 total bases. No AL player has done it since Jim Rice. And to top it all off, his 406 total bases in 1978 remains the third highest by an AL right-handed batter, behind Joe DiMaggio's 418 in 1937 and Jimmy Foxx 438 in 1932. Now, many of you knew about the season that got him the MVP, but after hearing all these facts, it's clearly one of the greatest hitting seasons of all time. You knew that, but after hearing all these facts, what do you think now, Uncle Doug?
He was probably undervalued and underappreciated in his time. You know, he was respected as a fierce slugger, but you're right. Historically, that season especially was off the charts.
Off the charts. And until, I would say, he, and then during my lifetime, it was him and then Steve Garvey, as far as right-handed hitters. And then, after Steve Garvey, as far as right-handed hitters, to me, the guy you're wearing on your t-shirt, I thought Mike Piazza was off the charts as well. But he was the first right-handed hitter that I could say, I was like, wow, this guy is crazy. Unbelievable hitter that I'd ever seen at that point in my life.
What do you think, Grandpa Gregory?
Is he there? I don't think they're there, honey.
Well, anyways, right now, everything I just said, it had to have blown your mind and been an eye-opener for you.
And the only thing that I thought, too, was, he only won 2 Silver Sluggers, but that was because they didn't start awarding that until 1980. So he would have won several more Silver Sluggers if they had started earlier.
Many more.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But how surprised were you by everything I just said?
I was not,
Crazy.
actually. I knew, some of the stats I was surprised by. But it doesn't surprise me that he's probably one of the best right-handed hitters ever in the game.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Uncle Doug?
Well, I don't remember. I don't know. I don't know if it was worth throwing out. Your mom's all over it.
But it must have been an eye-opener, was it?
Yeah. But at the same time, like your mom, we saw it in real time, and yeah, maybe I couldn't have imagined all those numbers, but he was pretty good, and it was surprising it took as long as it did for him to get into the Hall of Fame too.
Yeah.
And in 1986, when he was still a part of the Sox against the Mets, I was like always scared of them. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about the run of Red Sox left fielders in front of the Green Monster, from Ted
Oh,
Williams to Yaz to
yeah,
Jim Rice.
man. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Definitely, clearly one of the greatest hitting seasons of all time.
No doubt.
Yeah. Okay, now, so. And right now, it's the MVP against the Cy Young Award winner. Right now, anyways. The MVP with one of the greatest hitting seasons of all time, and the Cy Young winner with one of the greatest pitching seasons of all time. Pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah.
Rice are going to finish 1-2 in the voting for the most valuable player in the American League. And the people I've talked to, it would appear that Rice has the slight edge in the voting among the writers on the committee.
All right, Frank. Strike one on Rice going for the net. He's batted .315 this year. 25 doubles, 15 triples, 46 homers, and 138 runs batted in. Strike two. I tell you, Guidry is just throwing
Did you say Ron Guidry was so evil? I mean, look how hard he is throwing. Oh, he's just nasty.
And he doesn't need a pitch clock. Get the
No.
ball, throw the ball. Get the ball, throw the ball.
He's like, I'm ready.
Of his home runs have either tied the score or put the Red Sox ahead.
You want to know something, Frank? Let's see. Just outside 2-2, just as Rice came up that way, they shifted and is blowing towards left field. Would you believe it? The Red Sox even control the wind.
I believe anything I see.
Okay.
It's one round.
Struck him out though on a good slider.
Yeah.
Holy cow. 3 up, 3 down, into one, no score.
You. Yeah, I'm going to, Mom. So, it's right over here. So the Yankees didn't score in the top of the second, so we move ahead to the bottom of the second with Carl Yastrzemski leading off.
All right, we're ready for the bottom
I always enjoyed Yaz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
half of the second inning here at Fenway Park. And under the bat.
Lisa, you've been to Fenway, right?
I've been, but I've only been like twice actually in my lifetime. It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
friggin' awesome.
It is.
So Carl Yastrzemski in this game is 39 years old, and this is his 18th of his 23 seasons with the Red Sox.
Did you see that Ron Guidry's ERA was 1.72?
And I just noticed they misspelled Yastrzemski's name on that graphic.
Oh, did they really?
Had a Y on the end instead of an I.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Strike one, he has.
Yeah, Guidry's season, to me, was, without looking at the numbers, what he did in 78 was better than what Rice did in 78. Guidry was unbelievable.
Oh, it was ridiculous. Oh, see ya. Pesky Cole.
Scooter called it gone before he'd even hit the ball.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
That was his 17th home. That was his 17th home.
Entertaining.
That was his 17th homer of the season, and Lou Piniella was in right field. And when Yaz hit it into the seats, he said to himself, "Didn't see that coming." But because it was off of Guidry, and left-handers didn't really do that to him all year, Piniella said he would have expected the ball, if Yaz were to pull it, to go to right center field, not down the line. It led Lou to believe that Guidry didn't have his best fastball that day. Of course, he was pitching on short rest. Maybe that had something to do with it. But before that, Guidry allowed only one home run to a left-handed batter all year. Who better to hit the second one than Carl Yastrzemski?
Could be though, son, that Carl Yastrzemski was just Carl Yastrzemski. The guy could hit.
Hitting 283, 39 doubles, 5 triples.
Oh, there's Carlton.
Yeah, sorry, we're not
Who
going
was
to...
the other left-handed? Who was the other left-handed hitter, Alex, who took Guidry deep that year?
I don't know exactly, but I was when I was watching this game on MLB's 20 Greatest Games, I get lots of info from that. They didn't mention who the other left-handed hitter was.
I wonder who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Gidry got the next three guys, so we move ahead to the top of the third with 2 outs. Mickey Rivers is the batter.
I'll say John Mayberry of the Kansas City Royals. That's my guess.
Could be. Could be.
Maybe.
Alright, the only Yankee to get on base now against Torres. Mickey Rivers.
There's our guy.
There he is. Did he
Make it
twirl
quick.
it yet?
Stole a base first time.
Did he twirl the bat yet?
I love it. There it was.
There it was, yeah.
On the top of the third. Broheimer continues to play in at third.
He was such a hot dog.
1-1. He won Mickey on 4
But he was a pain in the neck to get out.
Yeah.
And if he got on base, the guy ran like the wind. My God.
Fair ball. And next one
There it
is
goes.
a double out of this one.
I miss slap hitters.
It hit the wall and almost stopped.
Oh, my God.
That wall and Rivers gets the first Yankee
You know?
ball game.
He was the last one I remember.
There's George Scott.
He was just all contact.
Strides into it and drills it just past Scott. Fair ball by about a foot or so.
And he got to second. Lord of mercy.
And not to the right fielder Rice, so he started running hard again and made it easily into second base.
There's T. Munson.
Except that Boston's was a homer by Yastrzemski. Now Thurman Munson has struck out his first time up. So with 2 out, Rivers will be running with a crack at the bat. And Yaz is cheating a couple of steps in left field, hoping to throw Rivers out on a base hit. And Munson fouls it back on the roof out of play, strike 1. Thurman figures he's going to continue to get that slider from Torres. He kind of walked up on that pitch. Good block again by Fisk. That ball bounced about 3 feet in front of home plate. 1-1.
But Doug, if my brother and my cousin were here, they would remember that we had that baseball game where you had the circle cards of every player,
Yeah.
and you had to spin, and like Babe Ruth, like home run was like half the card.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to think what that was called. I don't remember.
Stratomatic?
No, it was a board game. That we had that and we played that so much. And I remember Thurman was all hits, and then you had Mickey Rivers was all singles and doubles. Oh my God, I cannot tell you how much I love that freaking game.
Yeah. Where's Uncle Greg tonight?
I guess he couldn't make it.
No, because they were having his wife is having her 50th birthday party tonight, I believe.
Torres had a little mustard on that pitch. He had it by Thurman, but
Torres was tough though.
count is even at 2-2 with 2 out. Red Sox in front. 1-0
Look at
in
Thurman.
the third. And the all-important game for the American League East Divisional title.
The all-important game, says Bill Rizzuto.
Struck him out again. And
Oh,
Fisk has the
went
throw.
fishing.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he did.
George Boomer Scott at first base.
Oh, man. George Scott couldn't hit a lick. But he played some first base, though.
There's George Scott, the boomer.
There he is. There he is.
When asked by Lou Pinella,
He starts walking
When asked by Lou Piniella about hitting at Fenway, Scott responded, "I lives in the net,"
13 times.
referring to the screen that was on top of the Green Monster at the time. His best year was 75 when he was with the Brewers. He made his name with the Brewers and the Red Sox as
Damn, he got the second.
yeah. Made his name with the Brewers and the Red Sox. 3-time All-Star, 8-time Gold Glover. Scott is a member of the Red Sox Hall of Fame.
I remember him, for some reason I remember him more with the Brewers than I do with the Red Sox.
I can understand that.
He had better numbers with the Brewers.
Yeah, he did.
And Alex, I don't know if I told you, it just occurred to me. I saw the 1978 Red Sox play at Comiskey Park in Chicago, and my mom and dad thought it was so cool that it was the Sox against the Sox. They called it a stinky game. We had good seats on the first base side behind the dugout, and Boomer Scott was right there in front of us.
Wow.
That is so cool. He was a big man too, right?
Yeah, especially for that time.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Or Mickey.
Went to get his glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're saying he might not have gotten to that ball because he may have lost it in the sun.
He just misjudged it. Come on.
Yeah, I always got a kick out of the guys who, after they misplayed a fly ball, went and then got the sunglasses.
Exactly.
A little too late.
Brohammer.
Jack Brohammer.
He squares and bunts.
Look
It's
at
a good one. Once he started for third, throws to first, and they get Brohammer.
He wants it.
Sacrifice bunt.
Who's the third base coach there, Alex?
Ooh, the third base coach? I couldn't quite see.
We're watching.
Let's watch again. Watch it out there quickly, looks to third, then double pumps and throws out to first base. A play like that,
I'll tell you what, Thurman got out on bunts
Yeah.
really well. He was like a cat.
For a possible squeeze bunt, they got to bring
You played third base at UB, though, right, Lise?
the Red Sox lead 1-0.
Not only UB, but I played third base. I played third base and catcher. Mostly, I love playing third too.
Yeah, I just thought of you as a third baseman. I didn't know you did so much catching.
Oh yeah, high school I was a catcher mostly.
Didn't you say Greg Nettles, really inspired you for your playing third base?
And I love Greg Nettles at third. So can you believe that my inspirations for playing softball were Yankees?
You're a Yankees fan. You're a closet Yankees fan.
Oh, hell to the no. I can't. I will never admit that. But I'm kind of questioning myself now.
I am too.
There, Craig.
Right on cue.
Big play. 2 outs. Scott remains at
Yeah, I
third
mean,
base, and the
Nettles?
Jerry Remy.
God.
Once again, the Yankee infield has to be alert. This
I don't know. I've seen a lot of third basemen in my day. Best one that I can remember watching was Brooks Robinson was the best defensive third baseman, in my opinion, ever.
Yeah, I think people would agree.
Then, I'm telling you what, Greg Nettles was a close second. That guy, nothing got by him.
I got 2 other names for you guys who wound up playing for a while for the Reds who were great too. Buddy Bell and Scott
Buddy
Rowland.
was good. And
Scott
Rowland
Rowland
was
more
good.
recently. They were just unbelievable too.
I'll tell you who was good too, and who's still playing is Arenado. He's he's the most recent third baseman that I can say. Right now, defensively, I don't see anybody better than him.
Yeah, he's been great for a long time.
Oh, and consistent. Look at Louisiana.
Look
Roy
at
White
me slide
was-
to get out of Roy White's way. I love it.
Exactly. That's crazy.
Okay, now, so neither team scored in the 4th inning, so we move ahead to the top of the 5th. with Roy White leading off. Yes.
We go to the fifth inning here at Fenway Park. The Yankees will bat Roy White, Brian Doyle, and Bucky.
Yeah, I was just saying, Roy White was a switch hitter.
Hitter is still in sunshine. The shadows get closer and closer. Impossible to get a ticket for this ball game. Stadium completely sold out. Roy White struck out his first trip. Torres has walked one, struck out three, allowed 2 hits. Double by Rivers and a single by Pinella. 2 balls and
At
no
least
strikes.
growing up where I did, since we didn't have PIX or OR, that's part of why I was a Reds fan, because I was more apt to see the Reds on Monday Night Baseball or the Saturday game of the week than I was certainly the Mets or the Yankees, because they put the best teams on, you know.
Absolutely, they did.
I didn't have exposure to the Mets and Yankees all that much.
That's crazy.
That's ball 3.
I mean, certainly not the Mets. They were never on a national broadcast, you know,
Oh,
in the
heck
70s.
no, not back then, not in the 70s.
No?
No, because they sucked. It was so bad, and I cannot believe I'm still rooting for that team.
And he has to duck away.
Oh, that was close to his head.
Yeah.
Well, chin music.
Torres.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Torres was.
Off the ball game. Mickey Stoll second.
I mentioned that earlier.
Michael, the first. Is that Gene Michael?
Yeah,
the first
Gene
big play?
Michaels. Absolutely was.
Here's
Brian Doyle.
Look at
How far did
Brian
he choke up?
Doyle.
there's Brian Doyle filling in for the injured Willie Randolph.
Oh, Willie was hurt?
Yeah. I could have sworn I mentioned that earlier.
I don't recall.
Way up on the bat handle.
And who's there? Dad, is that you?
Strike one.
Strike one.
He's probably
Older player.
joining as he's driving.
Left side.
Can
Right.
you hear me?
Where's
okay?
Edwin going?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Cool. Where are we at?
The 5th inning.
5th inning.
I would turn my video on, but it's all black in here in the car.
Okay.
Hey,
Where are you
don't
going,
turn your
Edwin?
video on while you're driving. He's
He's
coming home.
Second baseman Remy.
He's coming home. He was announcing swimming today.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. So just coming from the high school?
No, not Middletown High School. It was Valley Central High School.
Sections, right?
Yeah, Section
Oh,
1
okay.
championships.
So they put on.
I'll this year, first time I'm going to head up to Albany for the wrestling championships, and Doug's not going to be living in Albany.
Uh-huh.
Crazy.
So they put on the hit and run.
Oh, this little bastard.
So they put on the hit and run, and in doing so, they avoided the double play.
Lucky Dana, fly to right his first trip.
I cannot believe
And pops this one up out behind second.
that one of the worst hitters at shortstop in Yankees history was the reason they won this game.
How about the parallel with Bill Mazeroski?
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
The
but
man who might be the best defensive second baseman in the history of the game is remembered for a home run.
I
Yeah.
was just gonna say though, he was definitely probably the best defensive second baseman in the game, Mazeroski. But
Yeah.
Bucky Dent was absolutely not the best defensive shortstop in the game.
That is true.
So it just makes it that crazier.
Yeah. So with
Unbeknownst to Bill Mazeroski, his last hurrah was being on the Alex Estrada podcast.
This first one. There's Mickey. Come on, twirl it, buddy.
There we go.
Oh, almost hit him. Oh, you went out. That was a great play.
that was a great play. I mean, he knew he couldn't get the Speedy Rivers at first, so he had to hurry it over to third to get the other play right in front of him.
There's another just completely defensive player other than offensive player was Rick Burleson could play some shortstop.
Oh
He
yeah.
was good.
Yeah. So, and about Mazeroski, he was one of the best defensive second basemen. But without that home run, I mean, it's just not the same, is it?
No.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Okay.
Did you like those pictures I sent you this morning, Alex?
Yeah, I liked them. Mom said we've been there, and we might have.
Where?
Forbes Field?
Yeah.
We went to, well, when we went to Pittsburgh, that was a horrific 7-line. We lost every game, and it was Francisco Lindor's first year with us, and he ended up with a hammy or something, or an oblique, and I don't know. It was
Well,
horrible.
that was the year.
Anyway.
That was the year that Edwin Diaz's first year where he gave up a ton of home.
Oh, yes, that was his first year with us, yeah.
And that included, I think, a grand slam against us right in front of us in the foul pole in Pittsburgh. But to Alex's point about Forbes Field, Forbes Field was in the old area around there in Forbes Field, is it not, Doug?
Yeah. We stopped by and we stood on the they have a thing for home plate of Forbes Field behind where they play right now in that general area.
Well, Forbes Field is over at the University of Pittsburgh. Yeah, so they brought the little piece of fence from Forbes Field and put it where the Pirates play now, PNC Park. So it's miles away. And Letha, I just sent you 3 pictures that I took yesterday of the Forbes Field site where Maz hit his home run that I happened to be at yesterday, the day he died.
Wow. Oh, I see it. Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So.
John,
Whoops. What was
did you
that,
send
Ed?
those before or after? John, did you send those pictures before or after you found out Mazeroski passed?
Well, I sent him to Alex this morning after I learned he passed, but I had taken him yesterday. Yeah. Not knowing that was the day he was dying.
That's wild.
It's crazy. So neither team scored in the bottom of the 5th or the top of the 6th. So we move ahead to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 1-0 Red Sox. Rick Burleson is leading off.
We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning with the top of the order for Boston. Rick Burleson, Jerry Remy, and Jim Rice.
Frank Messer announced it.
Yeah.
We're not with us. Henry got the side in order in the first strikeout.
And Bill White and Scooter.
Led off the second with a home run. His 17th of the season. Red Sox closed a threat in the third when Scott doubled off the center field wall.
The Rooster.
Yeah.
But Henry pitched out of it by getting
11 alive.
Yeah, man, Doug, how far we've come with
back so many memories. 11 alive.
Yeah, how far we've gone with graphics in this day and age.
I know.
Can I just say, I remember loving God that my parents could get us these channels.
Yeah.
Because back then, we didn't have much money. We were still living in the Bronx. Oh my
Well,
God.
if Alex finally does a Mets podcast, then we can see ads for RC Cola.
There you go.
Well, I did do a Mets podcast, Game 4 of the '69 series.
Or Schaefer.
But that was a national. Yeah, that was a national broadcast, Alex.
Oh, that's right.
Schaefer is the one
We didn't
player
use
that
WLR.
When you're having
you're
more than
having
one.
more than one. Oh my God, we are so friggin' old. It's disgusting.
I will say this, I don't know if you guys have mentioned it, you probably have already, but ever since that fucking dent game, I still to this day don't remember it being, I don't remember seeing another game at Fenway Park with as much of a contrast of the sun field as this game.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Dad, at the beginning, at first the whole field was bathed in sunlight, but as you can see right now, shadows are beginning to creep in. It's going to be very hard for the right fielder because the sun is going to go right into the right fielder's eyes, most notably Lou Piniella. He said it was like a fireball out there, and he already told Bob Lemon in the 5th inning, Bob, I really hope the ball doesn't come to me on a line because I really can't see anything. And as you know, Dad, that'll come into play in the ninth inning.
Yeah. By the way, Alex, I think one of the games that you'll need to do now and add to your list to do
Fair ball.
Is what, Dad?
is the 2024 Met Brave game, the extra game.
Oh, that's right.
Because that was back and forth. The Mets scored a lot of runs in the eighth to take the lead, then the Braves retook the lead, and then the Mets took the lead. That was a great game.
Yeah, that's something to consider, Dad. Definitely a Met classic. Then there was that crazy Cub game in 2008 in September.
Jerry Remy.
Yeah,
Look at this guy.
The Goose warming up early.
that's right.
Awesome. Hey, listen, this is all hands on deck. Do
Yeah,
or die,
true.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about how angry my father was over these past few years because the Yankees just kept winning and we sucked so bad. He was such an angry baseball man.
All the Mets fans could do while they were sucking and while the Yankees were winning was this.
I love John Zimmer.
Well, do you know what they called Shea Stadium when the Mets were struggling at that time? Grant's Tomb, after M. Donald Grant.
Oh, yeah.
Did they really?
They
I
did.
never knew
Yeah,
that.
they did. I remember that.
Jim Rice, baby.
You guys should remember Don Zimmer is Mets third baseman Don Zimmer.
1962, baby.
I didn't know that. He coached and managed a lot of teams, but I didn't know he was
Yeah.
an original Met coach.
He was
Oh,
he was
no,
an
original
original
Met
Met
player.
player.
Oh, wow.
You didn't know that, son?
No, I
Look
didn't.
at 1962 Mets. Oh, there goes Jimmy Rice.
Oh, Mickey took it below the waist, maybe.
There he did. Almost in the cojones if he didn't field it properly.
Cup check. There's Zim.
Look at Bonnie.
Eckersley.
Listen, Don Zimmer never lost that belly.
No.
Oh, man. Look at Leasy and the Lightning. Didn't have it that day. Woo!
Yeah, Mick does want to rub it.
Mickey! Look at Chambliss. I'll tell you what, Chris Chambliss was one of the most underrated defensive first basemen.
Here you
He
go.
was-
Keeping love on Yankees again, Lisa.
No, I'm just saying, he really was good.
Oh my goodness, I love it. I love
They
it.
took today
Oh, get
didn't
that
bother
back.
wearing these uniforms anymore. The Red Sox.
Say that again.
Do the Red Sox even bother wearing these white uniforms anymore?
Yeah, not as much. They'd rather wear the blue and yellow alternate
Oh,
uniforms.
they wear those
Stupid.
alternate shits?
They're awful, and then they wear the green ones for the Green Monster. Right, just wear the classics.
They make no sense.
Like at least the Yankees, that's one thing they do right is they don't do all the extra bullshit uniforms. They have a
No.
classic look and stick with it. The Red Sox should do
They've
the
had,
same.
they've had the same home and away uniforms since their inception.
No name, of course.
Never.
Of course, white at home, gray on the road. That's what the Yankees have always done pretty much. And they really haven't done any alternate uniforms except for during batting practice. I guess.
No, they stick
Or
to the
maybe
classic.
maybe spring training they may wear something like a
But they,
like a dark top or something.
Yeah.
but they don't even do the City Connects. Like they're the ones. It seems like there's
No, they
another
don't.
old schools. It seems like there were two teams that said we're not going to do the City Connect. We're sticking with what we got.
I think the Yankees definitely have not. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else who has not.
The Cubs?
I don't know. Cubs,
Yes.
Dodgers. I'm thinking of the one Giants. No, the Giants have those gaudy orange ones.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Giants have done
I don't remember seeing the Cubs did any.
Yeah, maybe not. Oh, there's Chambliss.
Man, Alex, talk to me. How many years did Connor Stremski play in the major leagues?
23.
He
Man,
retired in 1983.
it seemed like longer though. You know, it's like as long as I can remember baseball, Connor Stremski was always like one of the best players I would see when I was a kid.
Yeah, by the way, on that ground ball, they put on the hit and run to avoid the double play. And Bob Lemon, he's not going to take out Guidry. He's just asking, whether if he should pitch to Fisk or walk him and pitch to the left-hander, lefty Fred Lynn.
I'm just waiting to hear Lisa say she had a Bucky Dent poster up on her bedroom wall.
Oh no!
I gotta tell you, what's his name? Walks just like Joe Torre.
Not that high.
Well, I'm sure many Red Sox fans across New England always had a Bucky Dent picture, but I'm pretty sure it would actually be on a dartboard.
Exactly.
So yeah, Guidry's deciding to walk Fisk to pitch to Lynn, lefty.
And I can't get over, like, Fisk was a slugger, and he's choking up on the bat 2 inches. It's amazing how the game has changed. Brohammer, Doyle, White, Fisk, all these guys choke up markedly on the bat back then.
Well, you would think that would mean it was it was more of a contact, just hit the ball.
Yeah.
The ball hit the ball, right?
Sacrifice power to put the ball in play.
Exactly.
How about the way Felix Millan would choke up halfway up on the bat?
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, Edwin, you and I went back and forth on that last year. Frank Tavares was another one for the Pirates.
Yep. And the Mets.
And the Mets, that's right.
By the way, I just got notification on my phone of state of emergency for New York City for a blizzard warning. As the guy from South Carolina laughs it off.
I'm so fucking done.
Watch your language on Alex Estrada's podcast there, Lisa.
Hey, I've been saying Bucky fucking Dent all night.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm in Pittsburgh, Edwin, and I'm supposed to get the fringe of the big storm, but it's not supposed to be enough tomorrow to be more than a nuisance in Pittsburgh.
What game are you doing tomorrow?
Well, I did Pitt Notre Dame today.
Oh, you did? Who won?
Pitt.
I saw SU was a little bit more competitive today than usual.
Yeah, but still, same outcome. And again,
I mean,
Carolina was without its All-American, freshman Caleb Wilson.
Well, I hope Mr. Tirico's going to help pick that coach very quickly, because otherwise they're going to be in trouble in the transfer portal for next year.
The problem with hiring him quickly is that we've got a lame duck AD and a lame duck chancellor, and who's going to want to get hired under those circumstances, knowing your bosses are not going to be the guys who hired you.
And I'm kind of pissed that Wildtrack said he would stay on until July.
Yeah, that's when his contract is. I have a feeling, though, they have a succession plan, and that they will have somebody in place long before that. That's my hope.
Yeah.
And the two of them can work in concert together. Oh. Sweet Lou against the sun, huh, Alex?
Yeah. That one was fine. He said that if the ball was hit above the sun, you'll be okay. But anything below sun level and the line drives, we're really going to give you a hard time.
Yeah.
Jesus. Lou Piniella
Hey.
was one of the most
Crazy
unathletic. Oh, the
Crazy Eddie. He's insane.
insane.
Until he got arrested for embezzlement or something.
Oh, I forgot that.
Now here's the thing. Now here's the thing about that play you just saw. Now if Yastrzemski had not hit one out down the line, Piniella wouldn't have been playing Linda pull. But before Don Zimmer passed, he always talked to Lou about the game. He always said, "You're out of position. What were you doing playing Linda pull?" That's what he would always ask him when they would talk about this game. And when Lou would explain himself, Zimmer would just go, "Oh, bull crap, you got lucky." But if he doesn't get there, that's an RBI double for Fred Lynn.
One or two change-ups. So far, he's pitched an excellent ball game. Giving the
I agree with Zimmer. He was lucky.
That's in the right. Easy for the right fielder, Jim Rice. One away. And the batter's Chris Chambliss, the Yankee first baseman. He lined hard to first base to George Scott in the second inning and forced a runner in the fourth inning. So Chambliss is 0 for 2. He's batting .273 now with a dozen home runs and 90 runs batted in. Strike one on Chambliss. Base hit for Chambliss. He goes the other way. And Yastrzemski will block the ball and get it in, and Chambliss will hold it first. That's the Yankees' first base hit off Mike Torres since the fourth inning when Piniella led off with a single. So Chambliss on at first with one away. And here's Roy White. He struck out and walked. White's 0 for 1 in this ball game, batting at .267. White has had a great
Him
season.
too, Doug.
Get much chance
You like
Roy
him?
that, but
Well, no. He's
Oh,
choking
yeah.
up. He's choking up
good
too.
job of the Yankees here in
Yeah.
the second half of the season.
Yeah,
Just
he's
hit the
not thinking
ball.
about slugging it at all, exactly.
No.
Base hit for
And
White.
his little crouch and pigeon toes, just putting it in play.
Second base.
Put it play. There you go.
So back-to-back singles by Chris Chambliss and Roy White. The Yankees have 2 men on base with just one away here in the seventh inning.
Yeah, we miss this having rallies, where you get a couple of guys on and people just looking to move them around. Those were fun.
Exactly.
And he's joined by
Who's that, Alex? Warming up, the left-hander?
So Stanley
Andy Hassler and Bob Stanley are warming up.
left-hander Andy Hassler.
I don't remember much about Hassler. I remember the steamer, of
I've
course.
I've never heard of him.
Get a
Yeah.
pinch hitter for
Yeah, I know the name, but I wouldn't have been able to place him at all.
sit out by Bob Lemon.
So here's the thing. Now the next batter is Brian Doyle. As you can see, Jim Spencer is going to hit for him. But here's what's really interesting. If Billy Martin had been in the dugout, Doyle would have hit, and Spencer would have been held back to bat for Bucky Dent.
4 base hits, 7 home runs, 24 runs.
Oh.
Yeah,
Good pickup.
Batting 304.
Who said that? Where's
yeah.
that
Bucky
from?
Bucky said that because he said that Billy used to pinch hit for Bucky Dent in these situations all the time. It would really frustrate Bucky Dent quite a lot. Now I'm gonna talk about what led to the Bucky Dent at bat, what happened to him before the at bat, so I don't have to pause it later as Zimmer goes out to the mound to talk to Therese. Now during batting practice before the game, Bucky Dent went to Mickey Rivers and said, "Hey homie, can I use your bat? I need to do something different." Mickey said, "Yeah, go ahead." Now, Bucky Dent normally wears a shin guard due to a blood clot that he had in spring training. But in this game, because it's a one-game playoff, he decided not to wear the shin guard. So, he's during his at-bat, he's got to foul a ball off his foot, his instep, his leg.
I
And
do remember that.
Yeah, Mickey is going to come over and say, hey, homie, you got the wrong bat. That one's cracked. Yet, when he fouled the ball off his foot, he cracked his bat just below the tape. And while they're showing the replay of Bucky fouling the ball off his foot and the ball running in on him, that's when Mickey gave Bucky his bat. And right after the replay, just before Bucky gets into the batter's box, you'll see the bat boy run up and give him the bat. But Bucky was more worried about his leg, and because it had the tendency to really swell up, and he wasn't really thinking about the bat. And
certainly did not like. He got that fastball in there. Spencer got a good rip at it. No balls and a strike.
Fisk was not happy with that pitch from Torres.
Probably get
He grabbed his arm. He's like, "Do not throw that fucking pitch again."
Carlton Fisk had a hot temper, I must say. Didn't he?
He's the one who told Deion Sanders to cool it and wanted to fight him when he was with the White Sox.
Oh, jeez.
I think Uncle Greg told that story a couple weeks ago here.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Jim Spencer, gosh, I remember Yankee fans talking about him all the time. I'm like, who the fuck is Jim Spencer? And why do you like him so much?
Yeah. So, what did you guys think of that story I just told about, Billy would have pinch hit?
That's crazy.
That's what I learn a lot from your podcast, Alex, is because you do such a great job with your homework on it. You learn stuff about these games that really, it's amazing how the outcome could have very easily changed about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the left field, Yastrzemski's right there. Yes, had he played perfectly. 2 outs. Well, the batter's Bucky Dent, the Yankee shortstop. He's wide to right.
Now, Bucky Dent is an idiot right now if he's thinking home run, and he's not. He's thinking of getting a base hit, try and cut this lead in half. I mean, he hasn't hit a home run in almost 2 months, and he hit only 4 home runs all year going into this at-bat. I mean, throughout his entire 12-year career, he hit only 40 home runs. That's an average of about 3 per season. Who the hell expects him to go deep in this situation?
Although what he does here would have been a routine fly ball in every other major league park, right, Alex?
I know what you mean.
I was just going to say that the advantage, the home field advantage for the Red Sox in this situation did not help.
Right.
You can blame that on the coin toss they had before this game that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Yep.
My father for like 2 or 3 days after saying it was a fucking fly ball.
There's what I was talking about right there. Bucky just fouled the ball right off his foot.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
And now he goes to the sideline just like you said, Alex. And Mickey Rivers says, what, Alex? Yo, homie.
You got the wrong bat. That one's cracked. Now, this turns out to be a 2-minute delay, and for some reason, Torres is on the mound just waiting. He's not throwing any warm-up pitches because he didn't think it would take. Because he didn't think it would take that long.
Oh, gonna get out the free
But
stuff, huh?
yeah, and Howie Rose, I would listen to him on the radio. He would always blame Mike Torres for not throwing any warm-up pitches during this whole thing. And for all you pitchers out there, whenever there's a delay like this, throw warm-up pitches, or it could come back to bite you in the ass.
They're spraying Freon on that stuff. Every time somebody get hit or needed a little something, little Freon.
All right, now he's got the bat that he needs.
The count's 1-1. 2 outs and 2 on. The Red Sox lead at 2-0 in the 7th inning here at Fenway. Deep to left. Yastrzemski will not get it. It's a home run. A 3-run home run for Bucky Dent. The Yankees now lead by a score 3-2.
You'll see him clap his hands as he was jogging into second. That's when he knew the ball was over the fence. When he hit it, he was hoping it would get over, but he thought it was off the wall. So maybe he thought he got a double. So that's why he was jogging into second base. He never saw the ball go out because of the shadow and the sunlight. But when he saw the umpire signal home run, that's when he clapped his hands when he knew the ball was over the fence. And he said that as he was coming around third base, Fenway was dead quiet.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you though, Alex, what you mentioned was very important because no warm-up pitches, and it was the first pitch that he hit for the home run.
Look at Yastrzemski. Did you see Carl Yastrzemski out there? I mean, when the ball went over the fence, his shoulders slumped. His knees buckled, as if to say, not again.
Poor Red Sox.
And John, at this point in a game where you've given up a 3-run homer and labored throughout the inning, in most games nowadays, that guy would be done.
Long gone.
Torres.
Yeah. Totally different world. You're right, Edwin. For better, for worse.
Yeah.
That ball didn't roll foul. They never would have had a play on him.
No.
Not for Mickey. Not on Mickey.
Mm-mm.
Was Dick Hauser still the third base coach for the Yankees at this point?
I believe so, yes.
Don't ask me to say anything. I've been holding my breath, Bill White. I'm not going to ask you to say anything. How'd you like that ball up on that screen? Oh, I was in the press room with all those Red Sox fans, and when Bucky hit it, I let out 3 holy counts, and I thought Frank Malzone was going to bite me on the ankle. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the
That's the scooter for you, huh?
That was classic. That was so good.
That's the scooter for you.
Imagine how short anybody has to be to bite Scooter on the ankle.
You're absolutely right. They had to go for pinch hitters there, but they are strapped with the injury to Willie Randolph. Stanley will play second base. The only other shortstop is Domingo Ramos.
Oh, I love Domingo Ramos.
Rivers walks. That's going to be off for Torres.
Domingo
Coming out of the dugout, and it looks like he's going to go ahead. He wants Bob Stanley.
He was the Syracuse team.
Finally,
Yeah, the Steamers
finally
coming.
take out. They finally take out Mike Torres, and believe it or not, Alex, coming into the game is one of the Mets' favorite Boston Red Sox relievers.
Bob Stanley.
Yeah.
Roy White single to center. Jim Spencer batting for Brian Doyle. Applied to Carl Yastrzemski in left field. Then Bucky Dent.
So damn, Bob Stanley was an old bastard when he faced us in '86 then.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That's a long tenure in one place for a relief pitcher.
Now, you can see the crowd give him a standing ovation now, but sure enough, all Red Sox fans remember is that Torres threw the pitch that Bucky Dent hit out.
Yeah.
You can see how dejected and frustrated he is right there. So coming in is Bob Stanley, two-time All-Star, placed 7th in the Cy Young voting twice, led MLB in relief innings 3 years in a row. On the Red Sox all-time list, he currently ranks 8th in wins, 6th in innings pitched, and 2nd in saves.
And they don't go to commercial break during his warm-ups.
Guess not.
And these one-game playoffs now would be on national TV versus the local channel.
Yeah,
That's
no
right.
doubt. Big money maker. Sell a lot more Miller Lite.
You know, at least when you're playing, you can, your energy, you can use
Although
it.
this is more for Scooter time, too.
You're biting your nails.
Story time with Scooter.
Yeah.
Making his 52nd appearance for the Boston Red Sox.
52nd appearance.
He's won 15 ball games and lost just 2, and he's picked up 10 saves. So
How many games did Mike Marshall of the Dodgers get into in his biggest year, Alex?
I think there was like, I don't know, maybe like 174.
Yeah. Yeah, something crazy.
You almost threw that one away.
Boomer Scott wearing a helmet playing defense. I love it.
Yeah. I think he started doing that in Milwaukee because fans were always, I think he said fans were throwing stuff, I read. I'm not sure the reason. But after that, even after he came back to the Red Sox, he still kept a helmet on the field.
Rivers with 24 stolen bases. And he is going. And he's safe again at second base. That's Fisk threw a one-hopper to Jerry Remy.
Oh, that Rivers is something. Everybody knows. Look at that jump he's got. And Fisk this time bounces one, turns into a good throw. But Rivers just too quick.
Mick the Quick.
Mickey down at second base.
Yeah.
With his second stolen base of the ball game, he now has 25 on the year. He's only been thrown out 5 times. Willie Randolph leads the Yankees in stolen bases. He has 36. Of course, he cannot play and just might not play the rest of the year.
And as I said for the 1975 Game 6 World Series podcast, look in the stands there. 3 years later, still no Red Sox gear, no nothing. Just people in straight, normal clothes.
That's right.
Swinging through that slider.
Yep.
Suit and
He's got
tie.
to right field. That's
That might be trouble. It's going to fall. Base hit. Rivers will score. Benson will try for 2 as Lynn bobbles the ball out of left center, and he's there with a double. Yankees now lead by.
Now, when Mickey stole second, now that Therese is out of the game, you would expect Thurman Munson to come through in the clutch like he did like that.
Oh, it looked like it hit that hard.
I mean, Therese struck him out 3 times in this game.
right between Yaz and Lynn. There's Lynn.
Alex, what day of the week was this
Rivers
game?
would have scored. Munson would have been in second anyway.
Ooh, hang on.
I kind of recall it was during the middle of the week, during during the day.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Although with the shadows creeping, it had to be late afternoon, early evening,
I was
right?
gonna say
Yeah, there's Dad right now.
Oh, there he is.
And the Sox retire. Yankees score 4 times to top the 7th. At the end of 6 1/2, the Yankees
And their shortstop has picked up a nickname for the rest of his life.
That's right, Bucky F. and Dent.
fucking
As Bill told you, Mike Torres' record is complete.
Okay, so now Fred Stanley is going to come in and play shortstop.
Runs allowed. And
The
Guidry
chicken, we got the chicken and the rooster playing
Chicken.
shortstop.
yeah.
still throwing on the bullpen. I don't know why Goose threw all the way through the top of this inning while the Yankees were
And
back.
Gator's still going, right?
That's right.
Make sure he's good and loose. Oh, Ron Guidry celebrating airside.
This game was on a Monday. Oh, I'm sorry. Fred Stanley was going to come in and play second base. Excuse me.
Guidry
Gotcha. And you said this was Monday, so late Monday afternoon,
Yeah.
early Monday evening.
Why did I write down shortstop instead of second base?
Butch Hobson had some good years. Hit 30 home runs one year.
Yeah, I believe that was in 77.
Bottom of the seventh, Yankees ahead 4-2 over the Sox. 2 strikes.
Yeah, I look back on all these games, and I remember all the baseball cards I used to have. And
Yeah.
Butch Hobson, I must have had 8,000 Butch Hobsons in my collection.
What happened to your cards, Lisa?
Oh my God! I gave them to my brother, and I don't know. My brother says he doesn't have them.
Eh,
We had great cards. I
Yeah.
thought they were in mint condition, but
right. And I've still got all mine. I've got every Topps card since 74 and a bunch
oh
before
my
that.
gosh,
But
we
none
used
of
to flip. We used to do
Yeah.
all that shit.
yeah, mine are not in mint condition, and I don't care, because
Yeah.
I used them. I played with them. I looked at them. I sorted them.
Really?
I stopped collecting baseball cards a long time ago.
Yeah, it was different in those days because we had no ability to see a lot of these guys what they looked like. You
Yep.
didn't see them, and these pictures on these cards they're emblazoned in Lisa's mind, in
Yep.
my mind, your dad's
In
mind.
my mind, and
So that's all
you
we
look
had
at
a
the
lot of
back,
time.
you see all their stats and all the teams they were with.
Yeah, the little factoids.
Yep.
I learned what the word bachelor was because on the back of the 1973 Johnny Bench card it said he's one of baseball's most eligible
And the
bachelors.
bachelors.
And I had to ask my parents, what's a bachelor?
That's funny. Yeah, man, we had a suitcase full of these things.
Yeah.
I wish I knew where they were.
Bob Bailey is going to bat for Jack Brohammer.
Bob Bailey.
Who the heck was he? There's Goose.
And Bob Lemon's wasting no time. He's going to the Goose.
Oh my God. And Bob Bailey saying he's pissing his pants right now. Saying I'm gonna.
This is 1978, right?
Yeah.
Bucky Dent and Bruce Gossett, former White Sox teammates, back together again.
Yeah.
That's right. Look at George.
Who's flanking George? Who are the guys next to him? Did anybody
I think one of them was Al Rosen, the GM.
Oh, good call, Alex.
Giving up 6 hits, walked only 1 man, and that was intentionally. Last inning, struck out.
Al Rosen won the MVP one year with the Indians.
Mhm.
Like in 57 or something?
Yeah.
It's either the winning
So-
pitcher or no decision.
I'm sorry, hang on. I think I'm missing a page.
Gotta memorize it next time, Alex.
This is under the guise of technical difficulties.
Alright, so Goose was 10 and 11.
Yeah.
His ERA was 1.91.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Probably pitching, 2 and 3 innings every time out there, and shit
Oh,
happens.
easily, yes. These
Yeah.
guys, like Goose, you would think this, nowadays would be 3 outs, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, Goose pitched a lot of innings.
I guess I didn't forget.
Bob Bailey straight from a beer league in Worcester.
My God.
So
Oh, yeah.
Where are we right now, Alex?
We are in I believe, the bottom of the 7th, I believe.
42 Yankees, right after the Bucky Dent home run.
Yeah. I got it right here. Now, Goose is well rested, and despite his rocky start, he pitched 3 innings or more 16 times during the
There
season.
you go, Lee. Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's an iron. That guy did not care. He said, "Give me the ball."
Yeah.
Hey, did he go in the Hall of Fame team?
I believe so, yeah.
Probably, I would think. Because he had really good years with you, the Padres, Alex.
Yeah, he did. Except for when he gave up that home run to Kirk Gibson when he should have walked him in '84.
Yeah.
But the Pirates too. You're right, Doug. I forgot about the
And the White Sox before that, he came up with the White Sox, and he had, so he could have had a lot of choices, I think. But I do think, like you said, Lisa, I think he is in as a Yankee.
I think his best years were with them. Probably. Look at little Rick Burrows.
Yeah.
I wonder how hard he was throwing back then.
It had to be somewhere in the mid-90s.
I don't know. I think Bruce threw a little higher than the mid-90s.
Hey, say hi to Michael and Patty.
Hi, Michael. Hi, Patty.
Came inside with a fastball on the corner, then went outside. Fastball on the corner, down around the knees.
Say hi to Mr. Ed Diller, who was helping us with my live stream today.
Hi.
That was un-Munson-like.
I think he got crossed up. He was thinking.
Yeah, they called that a
He was thinking fastball.
a pass ball on Munson, but I think it's obvious he crossed him up because, as you can see, he wants the ball outside and it's inside.
Yeah, he was not expecting the ball where it was thrown. Look at Goose.
Goose Gossage, man.
Yeah.
He was nasty.
So they go to the 8th.
Yep. Now, before Bucky Dent hit that homer, Fenway was electric. Like I said, it got real quiet when he hit that home run. They were stunned when he hit that home run. But now they're getting really nervous because now they're up against one of the best closers in the game, and they're down to their last 6 outs, and it's about to get worse. Yep. Frank Duffy is going to come in and play third base for the Red Sox.
Frank Duffy, I don't remember that guy.
He was a guy traded for George Foster, I think. Reds to the Giants. If it's the same Frank Duffy. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
I have a craving all of a sudden for a Reggie bar. Those are delicious.
You liked them, huh? Remember opening day when he hit a home run and they threw all the Reggie bars on the field?
Yes.
Yeah. Now I am convinced your mother, Alex, is a Yankees fan.
I'm not. But it's just like, that's all we would see was Yankees this, Yankees that, because we sucked. And Reggie was just bigger than life.
Yeah, he was.
The straw that stirs the drink.
So he says of himself.
Yeah. That was the genesis of him and Thurman hating each other. Ooh.
Holy shit. I had no idea that was going to go out just now. And it just kept going and going and going.
Well, did you hear Phil Rizzuto? Holy cow, did he hit that?
It just kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miller time.
Now, am I mistaken, or does ever since this Fenway Park in that where he just hit the home run in dead center field, they put a tarp on day games so that the batter's eye.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've seen that tarp on the center field bleachers before, too, Dad.
Yeah, I think they
Ed said scooter for Mr. Rizzuto.
Yeah.
On the left-hander, as we watch Jackson circle the bases again. Well, he's happy right
You know, I think they said on MLB's 20 greatest games, he could have gone to Andy Hassler sooner because Reggie was like 1 for 16 against him, while Reggie was 2 for 6 against Bob Stanley. Just goes to show you how much confidence he had in Bob Stanley.
Yeah. Yeah, great numbers.
27th home run. That ties him now with Greg Nettles for the team lead in home runs, as we mentioned. All the averages in today's game count on the regular season, even though it is an extra game in the schedule.
Okay, so Andy Hassler came in and got the next 3 guys, so we move ahead to the bottom of the 8th with Jerry Remy leading off.
And now it's 5-2, right?
That's correct.
Haven't given up, Bill White. They're trying to cheer their champions on. Yankees with a 3-run lead.
All right, Scooter, here's Jerry Remy, 0 for 2. And the Goose gets the first pitch in. Remy's flies twice wide in left field, and he sacrificed Burleson over the 6th, and Burleson scored the Red Sox second run. 2 strong.
And one thing you, even back then, you wouldn't have to worry about, Doug, is the pitch clock with Goosage up there. Because as soon as he got the ball, he was throwing it.
Yeah, we said that earlier about Guidry. Same thing. Just get the ball, throw the ball.
That's a fair ball.
1 for 2.
And Remy is double leading off. The 8th inning for the Red Sox.
Amazing, Remy gets around on this. Ball was down and in, though.
Not the strongest of arms for Lou Piniella out, right?
I agree, but you know, he does make a pretty good throw in the 9th inning.
Well, he did a lot for the amount of no speed, kind of lumbering. He actually played well in the outfield for the type of person he really was.
Yeah, that was a hell of a fastball up in the zone that he couldn't catch up to. I think he's throwing high 90s.
That's right. It looks good. Everybody oohs and ahs, but you very seldom hit it.
Reggie had done that
The
earlier.
way, if Jim Rice, as fast as his hands were,
In the right field.
if he couldn't have caught up to that pitch, he was definitely throwing high 90s.
And the ball be cut off by Bucky Depp. 1 away.
I'll tell you, that Pinella's unbelievable. He's not the most graceful outfielder in the world, but when he gets
And Bill Rizzuto,
Didn't I just say that?
he never pulled punches. He's like, look, listen, Lou
Yeah.
Piniella is not graceful, but he got the job done.
Yeah.
Here's Carl Yastrzemski. Veteran as
Oh, look at Yaz.
first base. He's 1 for 3.
God
He's already
bless
smoked.
Yaz.
He's already smoked a pack of Marlboros by the 8th inning.
They added a second run in the
Ooh.
6th, but the Yankees came up with 4.
I do miss those Red Sox uniforms. So
In the 7th,
Do you?
take a 4-2 lead. They added 1 in the 8th.
it's a travesty that they went away from these uniforms.
right now, Bill.
Yeah.
2-0 on Yastrzemski. Of course, you got a big yes.
And I can't believe Red Sox fans like that.
I know. I'm stunned how many of them like it. And it blows my mind, Ed.
Yeah.
Run in the on-deck circle. That's Carl.
You've got the classic ballpark, classic uniforms while you're messing with it.
See Lou having trouble with the sun. Just before the pitch, he'll shade his eyes. 2-1 on Yastrzemski.
Ed, you weren't old enough to have ever gone to the Polo Grounds, right? They were, yeah, it was.
It was
The
gone.
Mets were only there for 2 years.
Yeah,
Oh, no, the pole grounds were already.
they were gone. I was born the year Shea opened.
No, the
Okay,
year
so
after
yeah.
Shea opened. Shea opened in
yeah,
64.
64. Yeah, I was born right after.
Yeah.
Oh, he almost falls.
Yeah.
My dad remembers the Polo Grounds.
Yeah, well, when did you guys move up, Sydney's?
Oh, I was probably 1975, 76.
Oh,
I
so
was
you
like 8 or
remember
9
the
years
Bronx.
old. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was you were younger.
No, I was like 8 or 9.
The Polo Grounds was a very weird ballpark. I mean, the right field line and the left field line were like both 258 feet or something, while straightaway center was 480 feet. Do you have any idea how far that is to hit a baseball?
Pretty hard.
I would like to know if you Googled how many people hit a home run over center field in the Polo Grounds.
Oh.
It's just amazing, Doug, how in today's game, even the smell of a rally means the pitcher's out of the game.
Yeah, no doubt. Never
No.
allowed to work through it.
You know, he could have gone to Sparky Lyle.
Yeah.
I completely forgot Sparky Lyle was part of this team too. So you had.
Alice, are you allowed to rewind?
Yeah, I can rewind.
Go back to that foul ball where it goes over. And Doug, tell me if
I thought Sparky was already gone by then. I thought he was replaced by Goose.
Yeah, he was replaced by Goose, but he was still with the team.
Doug, watch this foul ball at Fenway.
Oh, the one he pulled to the left side?
Yeah, just now. And were there people? Like a lot of people on the roof? Watch.
Yeah.
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 Or those are not seats though, they were standing.
And to answer your question about the Polo Grounds, how many people hit home runs out of center field? Only 4.
Wow.
Oh wow.
And how old was how many years were the Polo Grounds used?
I have to look that up.
So I think its last game was 62? No, 64? With the Mets?
Yeah. They left the Polo Grounds. They opened in 1890.
Wow. So 80 years, only 4 people hit it over 6 feet.
That's how hard it was.
You have the names of the 4 people there, Alex?
I have to see.
Yeah, Google who hit.
Said right here, Joe Adcock, Luke Easter, Lou Brock, and Hank Aaron.
Lou Brock hit one?
That's what it says.
Wow.
Lou freaking Brock? Wow.
And who was the last one?
Hank Aaron.
And Hank Aaron, wow.
Hank Aaron, yeah.
And Luke Easter and Joe Adcock.
So I know Adcock. I've heard of Adcock. Obviously Aaron and Lou Brock, but I didn't hear the other person.
Luke Easter.
Do you ever hear him, Doug? Luke Easter?
I've heard the name, but I don't know anything about him. I was waiting for you to say Mel Ott was one of them, since he probably hit more home runs than anybody at the Polo Grounds.
Yeah.
But he was pulling them down the first baseline, I think.
He was probably going for that 240 down the line.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, Grandma, you're back.
Now we're in the bottom of the 8th.
You missed the Bucky Dent home run.
Yeah, Grandpa didn't want to see it again anyway.
Yeah.
I thought it was the bottom of the ninth.
No, he hit it in the 7th inning.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I missed it, I guess.
Yeah, Mr. C wouldn't want to see it anyway.
No, probably not. All right, so go ahead.
Okay.
So bottom of the 8th, right? 5-2.
5-3.
And the Red Sox are up, and Goose Gossage looks like he's on fumes here.
Yeah.
For those on Facebook Live joining us, this is Alex's podcast. This is your fourth one?
That's right, Alex.
Actually, this is my fifth.
Sparky won.
Sparky Lyle won the Cy Young in 77.
Yeah, and in spite of that, they still went and bought Goose. Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, Greg Nettles was quoted as saying that Sparky Lyle in one season went from Cy Young to Sayonara.
Ben Clay.
And there's Sparky.
Yeah.
And there's Alston Howard.
With the hairdo.
Yeah.
dude.
Elston
Oh my
Howard,
God.
baby.
Man, Bill White was a very underrated announcer.
Was he now?
I liked him when, even listening, I hated, I know a lot of people love Scooter, but I wasn't a big fan, only because of the Homer thing. And I thought Frank Messer was a little boring for my taste, but Bill White always found a way to making it bat sound exciting, in my opinion.
You think Scooter was annoying?
No, not annoying. I just, he was too much of a Yankee homer for me. But, for Yankee fans, he's iconic and
He was quite a character, hilarious. Holy cow!
and very lovable.
I was a non-Yankee fan who got a kick out of Scooter. My favorite Scooter story, you probably all heard, was White asked him one time, Bill, on your box score that you're keeping, well, he saw Scooter had written in several times in his box score WW, and Frank White asked him, why'd you put in WW? A walk is BB, base on balls. And Scooter answered, no, it wasn't for a walk, it wasn't watching.
In MLB 20 greatest games, they showed him saying, I'm not going to make it. I'm too old. The hair is getting grayer. The nails are getting shorter. I also got agita. That's upset stomach in Italian.
I will say the greatest thing about Phil Rizzuto was the fact that he would joke about himself. So he was into...
Right. He held everyone accountable, including himself.
Yeah. He used to talk all the time on air about having to leave the game by a certain time in order to avoid all the traffic.
Right.
I can understand
that.
that.
For him over in Jersey.
Say hi to Brink.
Hi, Brink.
Coro was waiting.
Butch Hobson, what a name.
Yeah.
So now it's 5-4, one out. Still first and second. And really, the Red Sox have done it, what I like, the old-fashioned baseball, base hit after base hit.
A real rally.
Yes.
And the right field, Vanilla glasses down. Almost dropped that ball. Got it on the heel of the glove.
Bill White. Brings that high out of his head.
Bill White basically saying, Vanilla, lucky that he actually caught the ball. Oh my God, that is funny.
Yeah, these Yankee announcers don't have much faith in Pinella's defensive abilities.
Little do they know.
God, look at, he's a big man.
Yeah.
Little do they know what Lou Piniella is going to do in the ninth inning.
Once again, Gossett gets behind. 1 ball, no strikes. And it's 1-1.
Now, here's the funny thing, Doug, too. Another thing that has changed over the years, this one with the fans. If you look at the fans in the background, in a situation like this, 5-4, men on first and second, the home fans nowadays would be standing,
You're right.
and
They're just spectating.
everybody there is sitting. I mean, when Alex and I went to the Cub Met Game 1 of the NLCS in 2015, everybody stood for almost the entire game.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, so
Goose threw. Because he pitched how many innings?
like maybe 2 2/3 about.
But he got in trouble. So he pitched quite a few pitches.
Yeah, he did.
And you would not have your go-to guy pitch that many pitches now.
Oh no.
That's correct. And so Goose is able to strike out Scott, but it's now 5-4. The Yankees didn't score in the top of the ninth, but in that inning, Paul Blair came into bat for Mickey Rivers, so Blair is now in center field, and Gary Thomason replaces Roy White in left field. Dwight Evans is going to bat for Frank Duffy with the Red Sox down to their last 3 outs.
Lisa, can you bring in my charger for me? Over the years, Evans became my favorite Red Sox.
Had to have been maybe the 80s.
Lisa, you heard me about my charger, right?
I'll ask her.
And just as you said that, Ed, my phone said your battery's about to run out.
Yeah.
So I just had to plug mine in.
Alex, it's plugged in where I usually plug it.
Oh, here she comes.
Yeah, thank you. Grab it for me.
Get the block.
I got it. Right.
In the air in left field, Roy, nope, that's Gary Thomason, just in for White. And there's one away.
Thank you, Kim. Kim says this is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
So tell us where we're at, Alex. So
We're in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out, 5-4 Yankees.
And this is still Goose?
Yeah,
Jeez.
quite a workhorse, wasn't he?
How many pitches did he throw in this game?
I have to look that up.
Carlson taken all the way. A short wall, the lefty might be cutting on this one. Next look at his third base coach, Eddie Yost for side. Ball 4. Well, there's a tying run there, first base. 1 out, Jerry Rimmy's the batter.
Pitches.
Remy has flied to left twice, sacrificed, double and scored. He's 1 for 3.
You could probably
It doesn't say.
say Google how many pitches did Goose Gossage throw in the 1978 playoff game versus the Red Sox. Oh, this is not a playoff game, right? This is game 162.
63.
Well, you have to remember, back then, I don't think they kept track of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
No.
They didn't?
You have to go back and watch the broadcast and count them up, man.
No.
It's a big part here with
But I'll tell
He
you
never-
what, he's throwing a shitload of pitches in this game.
Jim Rice.
Now we obsess about it, but 25 years ago it was never brought up once. You never heard about it.
Never.
Says right here he threw 37 pitches.
Oh, that's not that.
No, he threw more than that.
Yeah, he threw 37, but yeah, way more than that.
I would think.
Absolutely. Like the 70s, he's had traffic constantly.
Constantly, every inning.
There it is. And you know,
That's right. He couldn't see the ball.
yeah, the play there isn't even the stop. It's the throw he made to the cutoff guy to stop
I have to
the run to go to third base in a one-run game. Watch.
Considering
And-
the fact you couldn't see it.
He turns around and throws a strike.
Yeah.
It
It was right on the money. And the other thing he did perfectly was that he didn't let the runner at first base know that he couldn't see it. He didn't show any panic. I mean,
How in the world could he see even his guy at third base?
he backed up a little bit to give himself some time because he knew it was going to come out of the sun. And turns out it was only a few feet away from him. He actually had to turn around to grab it and throw it to third.
How do you adjust your eyes knowing this came out of? Oh my God, I don't know.
Yeah. If that ball got by him, Remy is at third base and the tying run scores.
Exactly.
But the Yankees...
But even besides that, had he not come up throwing quickly, the guy goes to third base and scores on that sacrifice fly right there.
Yeah.
To tie it up.
You saw Rice shaking his head.
I just think he was throwing blindly. I don't think he knew where he was throwing the ball.
Well, he said he saw it hit the ground. I mean, when the ball came out of the sun, that's when he saw it hit the ground.
Mama's saying she doesn't know if Pinella really even knew where he was throwing the ball
Right.
to.
Once
Yeah.
he came up with it.
Because really, to me, that's the whole play
Yeah.
of this inning.
But the Yankees are still in trouble. I mean, they have the tying run at third base, and even though they got Jim Rice to fly out and move Burleson over to third, it could have been a sac fly. Runners on the corners, 2 out, and you saw Rice was left shaking his head. Yaz is the last hope, and at this point, Yaz hit over 400 against Goose and an on-base percentage of over 500, and one of the few people that was comfortable facing Goose.
That's amazing.
I had no idea that Yaz owned Goose the way he did.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Bob Lemon definitely could have gone to Sparky Lyle to pitch to Yaz.
So, I don't know what happened here, but back it up a little bit, Alex. So, Yastrzemski walking up. And, nah, don't worry about it. I thought that Yastrzemski said something to the umpire and then he went out to talk to Goose Gossage, but I don't think that happened. I thought it did.
Yankees 5 runs, 8 hits. Red Sox 4 runs on 11. Popped up. That might be it. Nettles over at third base. He'll squeeze it and it's over. Yastrzemski fouls out the Yankee third baseman Greg Nettles. And look at those Yankees. They have come here in Boston and they have beaten the Red Sox again. Everybody's happy.
What do you mean everybody's happy?
There's Steinbrenner.
Yeah. Lou Piniella said it felt like it just stayed up there forever. He was like, come on down, come on down. Bucky did recalls that when he popped it up, he felt something go down his arm. At first, he thought a bug was in his shirt. As it turns out, his metalhead broke and the chain was going down his shirt. So he started pulling the chain out. He looks on the ground before he goes over to celebrate with the others. They go in the clubhouse celebrating, but Bucky went back out and walked around and looked for his medal.
Did he end up finding it?
He said it fell down in his cup.
Oh, jeez.
It's always in the last place you look. Okay, now.
Brosnan at second base. Brosnan had thoughts about going to third, but stayed there. And Pinella made a fine throw over there. Then Jim Rice flies to right field of Pinella. And Carl Jastrzemski popped up to Greg Nettles, and it was all over. And we hope to get Phil Rizzuto to dugout soon. So
Remind me, Alex,
stay tuned, and we'll be back.
who the Yankees end up playing in the American League Championship Series?
I'll get that in like 2 minutes, Mom. But first, while Bucky Dent was looking for his medal, Phil Rizzuto caught up with him.
Rizzuto.
Bucky Dent, it had to be one of the most dramatic home runs ever hit in any game. And for a season to come down where two teams won 99 games, you normally win the pennant. And a playoff game like this with all the excitement in the world, you had just fouled the ball off that vulnerable spot on your leg. And then, whether that confused Mike Torres or not, you remember the pitch you hit?
Yeah, it was a fastball hit.
It was a fastball.
It was a fastball.
Did you know it was gone as soon as you hit it?
No, I didn't. I didn't think I hit it good enough. I thought I hit it good enough to hit the wall, but I was just blowing it, hoping it would get over there.
Oh, Bucky.
Okay, now. So, what Mom was referring to was this. Now, the Yankees would then beat the Royals in the ALCS for the third year in a row, and after losing the first 2 games to the Dodgers in the World Series, they would win 4 in a row to not only get their second straight World Championship, but to also complete one of the most remarkable seasons in MLB history. Having been down 14 games in the regular season and 0-2 in the World Series, they fought till they repeated. Say what you want about the Yankees, say how much you hate them and everything, but not too many teams have fought and won like the Yankees did in '78. And who was the World Series and MVP in 1978? Bucky fucking Dent. As for the Red Sox, they wouldn't win the AL East until 1986, but as it turns out, after 1978, the Yankees wouldn't win a World Series for 18 years.
Wow.
The Red Sox would finally win 2004, but before that, the Yankees would end their 18-year drought with a dynasty of winning 4 out of the next 5 World Series. But trust me, everyone, this isn't the only Yankees-Red Sox game you're going to see on this podcast. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you'll take your time to continue to watch the Alex Estrada podcast. I want to thank my dad, Ed, my mom, Lisa, my uncle, Doug, my grandma, Gloria, my cousin, Chrissy, my cousin, Austin, my grandpa, Gregory. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time on the Alex Estrada podcast.
When's the next one going to be?
Adios, everyone. It might be one or 2 weeks.
Okay, but what game do you know?
May 17th, 1979, Phillies versus Cubs, the crazy 23-22 NL Slugfest game at Wrigley.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
yeah.
All right. Adios, everyone.
Great job, Alex.